You know what? The heat must be unbearable for a bear to find a jacuzzi.
Yeah, if the jacuzzi's refreshing, we've got problems. We're about there here.
I'm like, I'll jump in a jacuzzi right now. It's that hot.
It's pretty warm out there. You're going to definitely want to be finding some kind of body of water. I know, once again, I said I went on my run earlier and it was hot, and I ended right near a splash pad.
You were about to go in.
As soon as I got done with my run, I walked over, turned the splash pad on, and just stood under one of the buckets of water that just dump on you. It was like, I mean, it was hot.
Yes.
It's hot out there. Be careful with any of those outdoor activities. Here's where we're at across the region right now. We're looking at 100 degrees in Tulsa, 106 down in Wichita Falls. I mean, it's just hot pretty much everywhere. Nashville, though, I mean, that doesn't sound too bad. Cleveland, I mean, Cleveland, that's not hot. 77, I think we can work with that. Dangerous heat, once again, going to be around pretty much the entirety of the upcoming week and maybe into at least part of the weekend. Heat advisories, excessive heat warnings are going to be a daily deal. We're going to eventually warm up with our actual air temperatures as the ridge gets right on top of us into that 103 to 105 range for highs. Tack on the moisture, it feels closer to 110, and then we'll start to see those temperatures possibly try to tail down over the weekend as the pattern changes, but that's been delayed a little bit. The latest data has kind of gone a little bit all over the place compared to where it was yesterday, but that's a long ways out. That's not untypical of this happening. Drought conditions, especially north and west of Tulsa, is still there. We're still dry, and we're getting drier by the day. The past 7 days have been very dry, not much in the way of the rain category going on. But the next 7 days, we're starting to see us, once again, we get to the end. This mostly would be about 7 days from now. Dry until then, but that ridge should get suppressed further to the south and west. That might allow some of this rain activity to get further south and maybe into at least the northern half of Oklahoma. But right now, not the case. It's going to be up and around us. Our heat dome is just hanging out. It's going to continue to hang out through the middle and in the middle of the week. But notice as we head towards Saturday, it gets pushed a little further back to the south and west, and that could allow a little bit in the way of maybe a front, a little cooler weather, maybe a few rain chances to get into the picture. We're going to keep our fingers crossed for that, but we'll see how it pans out. Once again, that's a ways down the road. Things can change, and they will a little bit between now and then. We're quiet. You can see the influence of that ridge. We have had some storminess near Omaha down into north central Kansas. Also southwest Missouri here, east of the Miami area, west of Branson, southwest of Springfield. That's not moving our way. It's sunny, not much in the way of cloud cover going on. We're at 100, feels like 104. Winds are light, so that's not ideal either. We'd like to at least get those up around 20, 25, so there's some air movement. We're just not getting it at this point in time. Upper 90s, low 100s, very, very common, pretty much statewide, and pretty much statewide it feels even hotter than that. We feel like 109 in Bartlesville. It was around 110, 111 earlier. As we take a look at the forecast overnight, south winds, light, storms well off to our north and east, 70s to start off tomorrow. Going into the afternoon, we're going to see sunshine. We're going to top out around 102 to 103, so another hot day. And then Tuesday, a little hotter yet. It's just going to kind of continue to be real stuffy, real hot. But at least by Tuesday, Wednesday, those southwest winds crank up. It's going to become blustery or gusty out there, and that's going to allow for at least maybe some relief, if you want to call it that, because it's just going to be doggone hot. And then the end of the forecast, we get that potential temperature relief. And also at least the possibility of getting a little rainfall in here, maybe by the weekend. Once again, we're going to hope for that and see what happens. But in between now and then, we have a hot day tomorrow and a lot of hot days after that, so we're just going to have to be ready. Here's your extended forecast. Once again, temperatures climb as we head into the middle of the week as that ridge really just kind of locks in on top of us. But once it gets here, it'll start pushing back to the west. That will eventually, I think, allow for at least a boundary to get down here. A little bit cooler weather, a few more clouds, and a few more rain chances. At least that is the plan for now. That's your forecast. Now on over to sports.